Here we are at Dirt Floor Motors again, and doing a little test here. I made a vacuum chamber for sealing up stuff like rice and coffee and beans and just things like that. It's a brake bleeder. I got it at not Home Depot, Harbor Freight, that's where it was. And you just squeeze the handle and it pulls a vacuum through this hose into this old Colman cooler, water cooler. And inside I've got a half-gallon jar with water just as a test. And I have just got through testing. There's a quart jar with pinto beans in it, and it pulled a vacuum and sealed them. And this is an old tomato sauce jar, spaghetti sauce. And the good thing about using a chamber instead of the ones that come with the vacuum sealers like at Walmart and wherever is their tops won't fit on these, and this just, the vacuum in a chamber pulls this down as long as the top has still got the gummy seal in it. And the bag of sand is, when I'm doing a quart, I can put that in the bottom and I'm not pulling as much air out. But right now I've just got a half-gallon in there. I guess I ought to be doing this instead of talking. But you just squeeze this. Kind of hard to do with one hand here. But you can see it's going up a little bit, but it's got to pull that air out of there. And I came outside because I was doing it in the kitchen and the refrigerator's making so much noise. It's going up a little bit here, but again, it's got to pull a lot of air out around that jar, and whatever air is in the top of that jar, it's got to pull it up out of there. Gives you a good exercise too. Get all the hand muscles. And there's people that have done this. You can see lots of videos on YouTube, and there's one place, Rain Country, on YouTube, and they actually sell them. The guy makes them out of PVC pipe and does everything for you. You just gotta buy it and use it. Of course, you can always hook them up to any kind of vacuum motor, and they sell those at Harbor Freight too, but I don't want to put a lot of money into it because I'm not going to use it all that much. What's it to now? It's a little over 5 pounds, but I'm just cranking this thing with my hand. If I wasn't cheap, I'd just have an electric one, but here I am with no electricity, and it works fine without electricity. So say you're using coffee, you can keep it in a jar, get some out, and seal that sucker back up. What are we up to? Almost 10. I've been taking them up to 10, but you can see the lid, it's pulling down that plastic lid on that cooler. It's actually sucking that thing down. It's up a little before 10. I'm just doing water, so I'm just not real critical. I just used the valve. There's a release on the tool, and there's one on the cooler. So you can see it come up. And let me set this down. I'm going to get much of a picture here. I'll probably knock the camera over. Yep. There we go. I'm not too good at videos. I don't even have a tripod. So here's the half-gallon jar of water, and it's sealed. It pulled that air out of there and clamped the lid, which It's actually a used lid that I just had something else in, cleaned it real good, and put it back on there, and it works. So, homemade vacuum chamber for sealing up stuff.